with the pen, I'm learning life. My face is divine, words inspire in perfect time, nurtured right. Them man there be learning life, rehearsing life. Trust me, far from certified. Acting while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. We are 1 day away from the return of Chelsea Football Club. Big up everybody that is locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. As always, big up everybody that's locked in. Plenty to get into in today's stream. Finally, like it's about fucking time, but we're here. We're here. As you guys already saw, the Nkunku news that just came out of nowhere last night. We're going to get into that. Couple of links from Simon Phillips that I want to get into as well. Obviously, we know about the Havertz and Bayern Munich links, but apparently we're putting Leon Goretzka's name in there too. So we'll discuss that for a little bit. I saw links with who else? Leandro Trossard, we already know that. Benacer, we already know that. Jordan Pickford, that was a new one. I never expected us to be linked with Jordan Pickford, but allegedly he's on Chelsea's radar. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are on that too. Obviously, up front, Ivan Toney, Harry Kane, allegedly, even though I don't even think Bowley can produce a miracle like that. But we move. But yeah, plenty to get into, and also the Crystal Palace versus Chelsea preview as well. So we'll get into that. But we've got nearly 100 of you guys in here. Let's try and get to 100 likes because we only have 28. Come on, guys. You already know this is not a good conversion rate. So hit that like button immediately. Let me know what you guys are saying. Big up everybody. Liam Lane, big up Deals, saying Nkunku is a good player, but he's coming from the same team, same league, Leipzig. We bought there before. We know how that ended with Werner. Do you think the Werner deal's helping us get Nkunku? Maybe, because there's like, there's not a bond, what's the word? There's communications between the two sides because they've already discussed before. So maybe that would help a little bit. I don't really know. I'm guessing we probably spoke about Nkunku while we were sorting out the Timo Werner back to Leipzig deal. That would make sense. But yeah, I'm not... I know there's Bundesliga tax. I get it. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, hey, he's going to be the answer to all of our problems. Like, we haven't been burnt by Bundesliga forwards numerous times. Pulisic, Havertz, Werner. You could even go further back with other options as well. But, I mean, he's way more technical than Werner. He's way more creative than Werner. Would he be a better finisher? I am not so sure yet, but I think he's much more well-rounded than Werner. Even though, to be honest, like the bar is in hell when you're comparing someone to Werner. So I wouldn't say too much. But yeah, what else is everyone saying? Big up Nikoi, Ariana. What else are we saying? Big up Lil Boy. Hey, Thomas, don't disrespect Flawless. That's my guy, bruv. I respect you because you're here regularly, but let's not throw any shade down him. Beautiful Game says Nkunku medical and Goretzka for Havertz as a headline. I am definitely loving. Bro, Goretzka would be a brilliant midfield addition for us. Nkunku already helps us going forward as well. Yes, he isn't going to be our only creative focal point, but he brings creativity to the side. Same thing as Sterling. He brings more creativity to the side. So we don't necessarily need a creative focal point. Which is why I understand people saying Nkunku isn't a creator. We need a creator. I understand that, but Nkunku brings us a level of creativity. And with him, Sterling, and potentially a midfielder coming in, that would help us get more creativity from the middle. Now, you've got creativity all across the field. So, I'm all for Nkunku. I think it's a good price tag for us. Obviously, you need to see how he performs this season, if he gets any big injuries. I did think it was a bit weird that we did a medical a year before potentially signing him. But it was apparently only a cardiovascular one. So I don't know if it was a muscular one. I don't know what stages or types of medicals that you go through. So it could have just been a minor one. It might not have been like an entire medical done in one go. But yeah, let me know what you guys are saying. We'll get into that in a couple minutes. Big up Santiago Deals. Also, before I say as well, Jerseys FC down in the description below for all your best high quality and affordable football shirts. And like we said yesterday, the whole of October, we are doing an away kit lottery. So if you guys want to be in with a chance of having this delivered to your yard, any super chat, any amount will get you in to the lottery for a chance to win this at the end of the month. Anything over £5, you get 2 tickets. Anything over £10, you get 4 tickets. You already know how it goes. But yeah, like and subscribe. And if you guys want to be involved, drop a super chat. Also, check out Prayer for the Ops down in the description below. My guy Flawless and Jody's tune down in the description below. Check it out. Like and subscribe. And let's see what else you guys are saying. Nkunku feels like a one-season wonder, which is why I'm glad we didn't get him after a season. See how he performs this season too. If he keeps his numbers the same, if he keeps his consistency the same, if he even improves, it would be a brilliant move for us. I'm not even as down on Kai as a lot of you, but I definitely have Goretzka for it. I think all this does is just make it seem a bit more obvious that Havertz to jump to Bayern Munich has some legs to it. We're looking to bring in someone who is very similar to Havertz in terms of stylistically. We're looking at Goretzka as well, if/when Bayern Munich come in for him. It all seems, it's like, I always say, the pieces are falling into place when we talk about different transfers because it's a domino effect. What you go in for one player or another club comes in for one player, then suddenly we start talking about a player that we have interest with on the other side. Bowley as well loves a swap deal or a player plus cash deal. You wouldn't really put it past him to try it out again in this regard. And I think Goretzka would be a good option for us. Are you worried that we still have no DOF? Nah, DOF's coming. DOF's coming. Right now, as long as there's a good line of communication between Potter and Bowley, that's the best we can do right now. Because Potter will also be bringing in his own recruitment team. And he'd have an idea of what players he would want. So, as long as there's lines of communication between the two sides, which there wasn't between Tuchel and Bowley, and that was a reason for them falling out, it should be okay. It should be okay. Long time, man. I ain't been here. Big up, Lewis. Everyone smash the likes. Run the likes up, people. Run the likes up. Do you think we could potentially get a double scoop for Nkunku and Vardiol? I don't know, because all them Vardiol links have gone quiet ever since the Southampton game, really. So I don't know. We shouldn't be focusing too much on a centre-back anyway. Like, that should be one of the last things we look at. Focus on the midfield. Focus on the attack. We had an entire summer to focus on defence. Focus on midfield and attack now. What else is everyone saying? I don't know if Nkunku cooks for us, but comparing him to Timo is disrespectful. I think everyone's just scared because Bundesliga tax and, we've signed forwards from there already. He's coming from Leipzig. Everyone's just getting Werner PTSD. I don't blame them, but I feel like it's something you do if you don't really have a lot of research on the player. Like, I've done enough, and I think he brings us more creativity. I think he brings us more technical ability, direct dribbling, ability to beat players 1v1, way more than Werner can. Finishing, I think he's a better finisher, but I won't say too much because I want to see if he brings those shooting boots to the Premier League before I say anything. But I do think he's much more well-rounded, and we shouldn't be worried about a Werner 2.0. Everyone has Werner PTSD, by the way, the more I deep it. Because this is the same shit we said when Sterling was coming in. Oh, if we don't give Sterling any service, he's going to be Timo Werner 2.0. No. If a forward has quality, he will show his quality. Especially when he's surrounded by dog shit. If he is actual quality. This is the difference between Raheem Sterling and all the rest of our other forwards. You put in Pulisic in this forward line, nothing changes. You put in Havertz in this forward line, nothing changes. Mount, Werner, Ziyech, nothing changes. You put in Sterling, Werner 2.0 apparently, and he sticks out like a fucking sore thumb. So it's about bringing in quality. It's about the quality of the player. Fabrice Hawkins also says Liverpool wants Nkunku. Yeah, but they didn't talk to the player over the summer or even sort out part of a medical. So I think we're further in negotiations on that front. It's like the Bellingham news that we spoke about yesterday. Like Liverpool, City, and Madrid are way further in negotiations or with talks of Bellingham and his agents and everything than we are. They're way further ahead. So it's very unlikely we would get him. On the other hand, we are a lot further in Nkunku negotiations than anybody else. So I'm not necessarily as worried about Liverpool. Oh yeah, and a player agreement. I said, bro, check Goretzka. Oh, don't do this to me, bro. Don't do this to me. Let me have a look at it. Here we go. About to kill my dreams, aren't you? He's going to be worse than Kante, isn't he? One sec. Injury history. Fucking hell. Oh my gosh. Raw. Okay. Okay, maybe not. Because that injury record is a madness. How long are the injuries, though? Let me bring it up on the big screen because that is still a bit mad, and I'm glad you brought that up. Really am. Because I didn't even deep this side. I was just looking at the players' abilities. Okay, 7 days and then a month, another 7 days, fucking 100. Minor injury, out for a month, week, another week, nearly 3 weeks, 2 weeks. It's a lot of niggling injuries in there. Couple calf problems, a few muscular problems. Fucking hell, oh my gosh. You know what? Maybe we need to have a look at his injury record. The last thing we need is another injury-prone midfielder. God forbid. Maybe not. What else is everyone saying? I haven't even read through the news. I've just been going through you guys' comments. It's just good to be back. It's just good to be back. Yeah, bro, I didn't even deep it as well. His injury record might be worse than N'Golo's. It might be. Although I haven't even had the chance to put them both together. What was there anything else on the Nkunku stuff that I didn't say? So, Build said Nkunku has already completed his cardiological medical check to join Chelsea. A Chelsea orthopedist was also there, probably butchered that. The medical check has already been paid for in recent days. Release clause is set at £52 million. Chelsea are not concerned about it. Why this game of hide and seek? Those responsible for the Blues wanted to avoid the great stir in England, aka I'm guessing Chelsea didn't want to start a bidding war by letting it be known that they were talking to Nkunku. For Nkunku, the effort was also lower. The top star of Leipzig had extended his contract until 2026 with an exit clause of €60 million, aka £52 million, and this will not take effect until 2023. Chelsea was therefore not interested in an immediate transfer, and Nkunku should be here for the incoming season. Okay, so simply just because they already saw the release clause and they thought it was better to go in next year. Does look like a long-term target of Bowley. Don't know whether it's a Tuchel one or Potter signed off on it, but it's clear that we've been interested in him before the window closed. The fee, I don't really have an issue with. I think it looks like a realistic transfer, although I understand why a lot of people are being wary of it because, again, the Bundesliga forwards and everything, and we've struggled bringing in players from that league. But he looks like he has more better technical ability than Werner and Havertz. I did see this pop up in the screen. Pop up on Twitter as well. Big up Chelsea database for this. And he looks very well-rounded. Like, from my research, he can either play up front as a number 9, a false 9, or left wing. He likes to receive the ball around the left-hand side, as you can see from the heat map on the top left. But he likes to play his best football around the half spaces as like an inside forward or like a number 10. So it definitely feels like stylistically he's a more techie Werner or Havertz potentially. But it's about whether he brings that extra level of creativity or finishing to the side. I know he's seen as a poacher and potentially a good finisher there too, but I need to see how he does it with tighter space to deal with. And I haven't really seen a lot of him in-game to be able to say that. But from a lot of sources, he is very creative. He has good link-up play between players. I don't know whether he can be the main creative spark for Chelsea, but I do believe that that can be shared between the whole squad. Like I was saying earlier, if Sterling can bring you some creativity, if Nkunku can do it as well, and you have creativity from the midfield as well as the wing-backs as well, that's what you need. You need creativity all across the park. And I think Nkunku aids that. As well, one thing that people aren't talking about is his Deadpool threat. He is a massive creative threat from corners and from free kicks. And we seriously lack that. I mean, you lot have seen fucking Cucurella hitting the first man, Reece James hitting the first man, Mason Mount hitting the first man. Nkunku could be the answer to all of those issues. Hopefully. From what I'm reading, it looks like a good transfer for us. I'm happy with the fee. I mean, it looks smarter from us that we're waiting a year as well. Let me know what you guys are saying. Yeah, Miles, I'll be there. Like, fucking train strikes ain't stopping me. No chance. Yeah, bro, I've seen it. It ain't pretty, bro. It ain't pretty. I think, yeah, so do I. Ever since those Kai Havertz to Bayern Munich links came out, everything seems to fall into place more. We're now starting to look at other Bayern players that we could potentially bring the other way. We're looking at Nkunku, who is basically a like-for-like replacement, except he's probably levels clear of Kai Havertz. And yeah, let it run. I would personally pay for the cheapest EasyJet flight and get his ass out of my club immediately. And yeah, rid of the Chuckle Brothers. Let's go. Ray S says Ivan Toney will be a star in my opinion. Simon Phillips did say a bit about him too. What did I see? Ivan Toney's also a club target for Chelsea and he's liked a lot by Potter. So yeah, just there's links. And Potter likes him, which is good. Which is really good for us, I guess. But we have to see who we go for because I don't expect us to go for Liao, Toney, and Nkunku in the same summer. It'll probably be one of Toney or Liao, I'm guessing, potentially. But if Havertz is going, well, you'd be playing Nkunku in the middle, wouldn't you? Yeah, it'd be Nkunku, Liao, and Sterling or something along the lines of that. Dyke says Havertz gone. Hopefully, bro. Hopefully. We'll see. Yes, that was the part that really got me interested. Well, I wouldn't say really. I'm not going to be a fucking dead ball merchant like that, but that's something we lack. We don't have a consistent dead ball specialist within the squad. Our best free kick taker was Marcus Alonso. It was like his only redeemable asset for us. In terms of corners, just don't really have anybody. I was saying Cucurella at the start of the season. He's just as bad as everyone else at corners. We've had a serious corner problem for years, actually, the more I deep it. We had a little good period in 2021 because we had Zuma, who was an absolute tank in the air, probably the best in the world at that point. And other than that, it's been a struggle. You've had Willian, who's been dog shit at them for years. Fabregas, who just loved playing short corners that led to nothing. Even Hazard sucked at corners, if we're being real about it. He was terrible at them. And then we've gone to the era of Mount James and Cucurella. Nothing changes. It's like that meme of a toothpick changes everything. It's like, well, nothing's changed. We're still shit at them. But it is what it is. 250 of you plus in here. Have we got 100 likes? Nope. We've only got 61. Guys, that is terrible. Get me to 100 likes. Because it helps the channel at least. So guys, hit that. Both of you, by the way, Ray S. Dyke, you guys are in for the lottery to win this. So don't worry. Everything's been saved. Everything has been saved. But yeah, what else? Havertz and Werner gone. We might be back. Yes. Depending on who comes in, though. Because there's no point replacing garbage with garbage. But Sterling's come in and Werner's fucked off. If we bring in Nkunku and Havertz fucks off, I think, yeah, brilliant. Do you think we should bring Rom home? Apparently, there's no chance of it even happening. And I'd be very surprised if it does. Because I think it would be a bit naive from us. Lukaku has a massive job to do if he was to come back and try and make everything work again. Because he is basically the most hated Chelsea player in modern history. He's definitely beaten Courtois. He's beaten Morata. He's beaten Sturridge, who had a lot of hate for no reason. I never really understood that. Gallas definitely beaten his ass. Gallas was even getting cheers at the last Legends game I saw. So he's got a lot of work to do. I don't think he'd ever come back here. Because it would be easier for him to go to any other club and try to make it work other than Chelsea. So I don't think that would happen. Why so Havertz, Ziyech and Pulisic are literally still here? They could go too! Like, what? You think we want to keep them? If they want to leave and they both want to leave, they can both go too. And neither of them have played well anyway to justify staying here. My stance has been the same. Other than Mount, any of our attack could have fucked off last season. I wouldn't have cared. And Mount's only because I think there's still hope for him as an 8. Everybody else, I've basically washed my hands of. My only thing with Pulisic was that he didn't get the same amount of chances as Mount and Havertz. That was it. In terms of their ability, he still needs to fix up. Same with everybody else. And that says a lot more about our attack than it does about anything else. Because that doesn't mean he's any good for us. He's still shit. And he's not our second best forward. Aubameyang's clear and Sterling's clear. I don't think there was anything more on the Goretzka and Havertz stuff. I was interested in Goretzka coming in. I think he would have been a brilliant addition for us as a number 8. Brilliant at 1v1 defending, reading the game, aerial threat as well. The guy's tall as fuck. And he's a fucking tank too. Versatile as well. He can play as a 6 and a 10 if needed, but again, this injury record sticks out to me too. And also, he doesn't really make that many line-breaking passes. Like, he's more of a ball progressor in that regard. So I don't know how much it strengthens us in midfield, especially with the injury record. But I do think as a player, it does strengthen us. It's just more about his availability because we need a fit 8. If an injury-prone 8 doesn't help anything, just doesn't. Honest question. If Havertz does turn it around this season, would you sell him or change him? It would take a lot to change my mind because I told you I'm not a flip-flop. Like, if a player I don't rate has a good 3 or 4 games, I'm not just going to turn around and be like, oh, I was wrong, I apologize, everything like that. No, I need to see long-term consistency. If I see that, yeah, definitely. But I need to see that first, and I don't know if I'll see that. I think he's going to ghost until February, March. He'll have a little renaissance then, and everyone will be like, oh, he's brilliant. Keep him. Re-sign him on a new contract. I'm not sold by that. I need to see long-term consistency throughout a season, not this hibernate first half of the season nonsense. What about Ziyech and Putin? Bro, we already know they want to go. We already know that. The problem is, I don't see them enough to either say fuck off or to say they're doing well, stay. They don't start games. They don't. What's the point of talking about people who warm bench? There's no point of it. I'd rather talk about the starters. If you come off the bench and you play like shit, I'm going to still say you play like shit, but what's the point of rambling on about people who don't play for us regularly? There's no point. It just isn't. Big up Charlie, my guy. I hope you're good. What other stuff were there? Club are also looking at new goalkeepers for next summer, with Edouard Mendy's future unclear. Simon Phillips said he's told that Jordan Pickford from Everton is on Chelsea's radar. And there are other names, but he hasn't got them yet. I still think like Robert Sanchez is probably a name on that list because Brighton links, of course, he's going to be. Other than that, I don't really know who else could be there. I don't get why we're linked to Pickford, though. That's a surprising one. I know he was very good for Everton towards the end of last season. He had an absolute monster class when we went to Goodison Park, but consistently, I don't really know if he's the right option for us. Does seem to strike me as like a Kepa 2.0 as well. I know there's been questions before about him dealing with long shots as well. So I don't know if Pickford's the right option for us. I think he's good with his distribution, though. I think. I'm not too sure. But yeah, if we're looking for a goalkeeper, look for someone who's going to start and who's going to be at a world-class level. Not really Pickford. Pickford's a great shot stopper. Don't get it twisted. But in terms of being able to deal with his reach or anything like that, I'm not sure. Why are we going? We already had an issue with one 6'1" goalkeeper. We're going to get another 6'1" goalkeeper. Doesn't make sense at all. Bro, your guy is one of the Deadwood. Like, what are you talking about? Ron wants us as little as we want him. Exactly. Like, there was a time where I wanted Lukaku to work. Now there's no point of opening that book. Let it stay closed. We don't need him. We don't need him anymore. Like, he could have been a great addition for us if he chose to adapt, if he had some sort of decent mentality. But his mentality's worse than fucking Morata's. And I thought Morata's was stinky. So, we don't need him. We don't need him at all. Mr. Smith, welcome. You're into the away kit lottery as well. I think signing a new goalkeeper might be wise. Yes, but it depends on the goalkeeper. All depends on the goalkeeper. I just think this 30th September, we should be doing tier list rankings, but it's like we played 3 games and only 1 was on the Potter. Would I be shameless as fuck if I did tier list rankings? Let me know. Because if you guys want to see it, we'll do it. But depends. All depends. Because I could throw that towards the end of the stream or something. Sterling and Nkunku, Havertz, pure orgasm. I mean, if Leao doesn't come, yes. If Leao does come, you can take Havertz out of there. Because no chance. Like, Nkunku and Havertz are very similar. There's no point having 2 of the same. Even then, like, Mount's a bit similar as well if you play him in the front 3 too. Us Chelsea fans think any player coming in is better than our current players. You'll remember saying Ziyech was better than Willian. Lol. I mean, was Ziyech worse than Willian? And I don't think so. You could say they've both been just as frustrating, but we played to Willian's strengths for a lot of time, and he was still frustrating as fuck. We didn't with Ziyech. We did it for a while, and he was brilliant under Lampard. Then Tuchel came in, and we played a system that didn't suit him. Simple as that, really. I'm not really that fussed with Ziyech because the problem just speaks for itself. He doesn't fit the way we play. He go to another club and ball out. It's done. It's done. Yeah. Yes, he is completely clear. Completely clear. Is Benacer still happening? Benacer was only interest links. Like, nothing is going to be outright confirmed unless you hear it. Like Nkunku, we've heard that there was the medical over the summer. We've heard that there's been a verbal agreement. We haven't heard that with the likes of Benacer, so not yet. Not yet. We can get better and have it. Bro, who spent 72 million for a sub, bro? Like, no, just let him go. Let him go, man. He go to Bayern, he'll ball out at Bayern. We get a good amount of money for him, and we get to move on with a better forward. Like, just let everyone be happy. There's no point. What else was here? Was there any other players we were linked to? Leandro Trossard and other Brighton players were discussed, such as Moise Caicedo. Trossard becomes a free agent next summer, so these are also ones to keep an eye on. Trossard could be very likely then in that case, because I could easily see him run down that contract and come join Chelsea and Potter. And he'd be good depth for us. Brings us creativity as well. Fits Potter's style of play. Very good presser too. It'd be a very good move for us. Very good move. Fuck it out. Okay, I'm not as far behind as I thought. Is Mount good enough? In an 8, yes. As a 10, no. Even as an 8, though, like, that game against Salzburg wasn't mind-blowing. It was just good. Like, I finally noticed Mason Mount, and he had a consistent 90 minutes, but it still weren't wow or anything. Okay, a few people want to see a tier list. I might do that towards the end of this stream, then. No way, William was frustrating because Miles gives it. This is just revisionism. I remember how I used to feel in grounds watching William every week. I did not feel the same way I felt about Ziyech. So, no. Yeah, I agree. Because he fits them perfectly. He fits the Bundesliga perfectly. And he's a perfect Muller replacement. Which is why it's like, let him go. Let him go ball out there. Let us get a good amount of money. And let's go get someone who fits us better. Why are we just going to hold him back? Because it's like, oh no, he's going to go to Bayern. He's going to go play well. And we would have done a De Bruyne again. No. Sometimes players just don't fit us. And this is the example for me. Just let him go. We can get a better player in that would suit us more. And we would play better as a result. Everyone would win. Everyone would win. Do you think that an attack of Mount Oh, that stinks. No, I can smell that front three from here. That's terrible. No chance, my guy. Are you confident for Palace? Not really. I'm just looking forward to football being back. Palace look like they're a tough team to beat, but they don't really seem to hold on to leads for too long. Look good defensively. They made a good amount of chances at the start of the season, but I think it's dried up a bit more now. They're very hard to predict. They're the sort of team that plays well one game and then they just get absolutely battered the next game. So I don't know what to expect from them. I know it's going to be a tough game for us. We don't really like going to Selhurst Park too much. It's always a difficult fixture for us. Yeah, I don't think it'll be easy. But depends on what Chelsea turns up. Always does. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what lineup to expect or what to guess from Potter or anything like that. But yeah. Who's the players out? Let me check. I think I had them saved. I swear, from what I read, Cucurella and Kante are out. That's it. Is there anybody else? I'm going to send the link out to everyone in a minute or two, by the way. Sorry, I've just been waffling like the last 30, 40 minutes. Was there anything else he said? He said Aubameyang has nothing to prove to him. Yep, fair enough. 13 games before the World Cup. Fucking hell. What's the players out? Illness for Cucurella. Kante should be back next week. Okay, so that means we'll be Chilwell on the left. Midfield will probably be the same midfield as Salzburg. See Mount, Kovacic, and Jorginho. Yeah, that's the one I think it would be. William was not. No, he was not. Fucking hell. People act like William wouldn't walk into this team and literally be Pulisic or Ziyech. He would be the exact same thing. But people want to say he's better. No, this is revisionism of the highest order. Like, it's ridiculous. Maybe like 13, 14 William or 14, 15. Maybe, I'll give you that. Or Project Restart William. But William overall, no. Fucking hell. Oh yeah, Chukwuemeka's out as well. I just didn't really say that because he wasn't going to play anyway. So it doesn't make too much of a difference. But yeah, let me send the link out to everybody. I think I'm done waffling for now. Yeah, while I'm doing this, everyone, run the likes up. Run the likes up. Fucking hell, I forgot where everyone is now. Bear with me, guys. I know this is just long and everything, but there's just a lot of people I have to send the link out to. You already know what it is anyway, so it's not that deep. Okay, I think that's everyone from Twitter. Or did I miss anyone? Oh, wait, OG. Cool, yeah, that's everyone off Twitter. Now just Instagram. Cool. Yeah, that's everyone. Right, who is in here? Yes, guys. Oh, what's everybody saying? What's everyone saying?
What's up?
All good, all good. And Nkunku to Chelsea. We didn't expect this, but what's everyone saying? Excited? Bit of Bundesliga PTSD? What's everyone feeling?
I think it's good. I think the price is good as well. I did not realize his release clause was as low as it is. I thought it was like 80, 90 mil. Considering how low his release clause is, like it's a banging deal. Yeah, it's a banging deal for a French international, like a solidified French international, who has played well. I think I had some doubts. I'd have some doubts about him if it was like 90 plus mil, but I think the price we're getting for there's not much you can complain about, to be honest. And the fact that like the biggest thing I think when we were linked with him with Tuchel was I didn't think he fit as well as he does now. I think if we're going to continue with this like 3-1-4-1-1 or whatever it is with the 10 behind the striker, I think he works as that 10 really well. I think he can, especially if we've got someone like an Aubameyang, or we're going to have like a proper striker, like an out and out number 9, like a Havertz type. We're going to have an out and out number 9. I think it works really well.
Question: do you think Nkunku will replace Havertz in the starting line?
Yeah, he'll be the one behind. So if we have Aubameyang the striker, he'll be the one behind the striker.
Yeah, that's good. He does the thing. Like I don't know why people are comparing him to Timo Werner. He does the things Timo Werner can't do.
Everyone's got Werner PTSD, bro. They did the same thing with Sterling. And it's like now, 7 games in, that's one of the most disrespectful statements you can make.
It's because they played for the same team. They're nothing alike. This is a guy who started as a midfielder. He started as a number 8, then went to a number 10, and then because of the Red Bull way of playing, where they just play everyone out of position and it's a mess. Like it's kind of funny to watch, but it's a bit of a mess because everyone's positionless. He turned into a brilliant 9, and then even as a left winger sometimes, like. He's nothing like nothing.
Don't be shocked though. Don't be shocked if Werner gets more goals than him in the Bundesliga this season.
That's fine.
But different positions though. He's not an out striker. Timo Werner is.
Yeah. He really got 3 goals in the first day.
4 goals this season. That's good.
Yeah. That's very good. I saw yesterday.
French. And people are comparing him to Liao now. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it now. Like, why would if we get Liao, like what they can coexist? I don't understand what's this comparison about. Like they're in the same position or whatever. They can clearly coexist. So
it's because most people have decided that it's going to be Liao or Nkunku, so they're comparing them based on that. But like you said, they can play in the same position. People forget that before he went to AC and started being moved to the left, he was a striker. Liao was a striker, an out and out number 9. Who just got moved to the left to fit in at AC, and then he's just smashed it at left wing. But he can play as a striker as well. He started his career there.
Yeah. Wait. So say we got Liao, would you want him to be on the left or Sterling?
Leao only really operates on the left, though, doesn't he?
But the thing is,
You
it
can play on the right
depends.
too. You can play on the right too. You can play on the right
But it
too.
depends if we're going to carry on with the way we're playing in the Salzburg game. Because if we are, I think Sterling works better as that wide left player rather than Leao.
Because
Where did you get the idea that we get Leao?
bro, it's just.
We have been linked. We have been linked.
I say we've been linked with him.
Bro,
So
AC Milan want Pulisic and Savić. Let that run.
Yeah, we were linked with Leao over the summer. There was also talks a few days ago about it with what's his name, one of Pulisic or Ziyech potentially going the other way because Pulisic's one of their replacements if Leao leaves. I don't know if it's like Leao to Chelsea, but like AC Milan kind of understand that they could lose. They have a very big chance of losing him in the summer.
I mean, who else would get Leao? Who else would take him and pay his wages?
Do you think we get one?
Plenty of clubs could. Like Liverpool's been linked, I think.
Liverpool could only get one good player.
Nah, Liverpool's not linked with Leao.
No, Liverpool's not getting Leao. They got
I think it all depends. I think it really depends on the World Cup. Like I think,
Actually, I haven't heard a lot of clubs be linked with him. I'm chatting shit. Sorry.
but that's why I think it would depend on the World Cup. Because right now, I would say for Portugal, there's no one who's got that left wing spot locked down. And it's between like him and Jota about who's going to play there. And Jota hasn't really looked great this season. So like, if he can get that position, because it's going to be Ronaldo up top and it's probably going to be Bernardo on the right. So then you're looking at that left wing spot, who's going to play there. And I think if he starts there for Portugal and they have a banging World Cup, like I'm not saying they're going to win it, but say they get to like the quarters or something and he has like a breakout tour, all of a sudden he's on the world stage.
And then this team will come in and they'll be like, we're taking him. And there's nothing we could do about it when it comes to Real Madrid.
Nah, but Madrid won't go for him. I think.
Do you think?
Over Vinicius
Hold on
and
a second.
Rodrigo.
How many left players they have over there? The younger, the better than Leao.
A lot.
You realize they have Vinicius.
A lot?
So like,
Okay, just check it. Just check it.
Don't even take more. I knew you could put Hazard there. I was gonna say to you, put Hazard might come to us, and they'll be like, "We'll take Leao." You guys have Hazard there.
I mean, there's also a claim that they're probably still going to go back from Mbappe too. So I don't think they're going to touch Leao.
No, I'm like, what's the point of you even pointed the Real Madrid then?
It's fake sources. It's not true.
Real Madrid is like Caesar. You know what he sees, he conquers.
What about Barcelona?
Barcelona also.
Bro, what? Barcelona have too many wins.
I literally don't see Real Madrid go for anybody in the next transfer window big.
yeah.
They didn't need
That
I
team
know-
is maybe defenders, but even defenders are not.
Yeah,
That
like
team is so packed. Barcelona is so packed. I
Yeah.
just don't see anybody.
But Man City.
on the wings as well. They didn't need Rafinha. Barca did not need Rafinha.
In it, I stressed that myself, bro. It took him for no reason. Just left it for us. And
I mean, he's
What do you
He's
mean
playing.
looking for no
I
reason?
say we
He's
say that, but they
playing.
started him and Dembele.
yeah,
And
he
then
plays a
Dembele,
lot.
like, he was playing.
And
They
when
got
he
rid of
said,
Torres,
it's funny
Dembele.
because when Chelsea said that we're gonna play him as a wing back, everybody, oh, Tuchel the terrorist. Guess where he plays at Barcelona?
No, he plays
don't
wing
know.
at Barcelona.
No, he plays at wing, but when he plays the, he still plays the, what's his name? Sometimes as a wing back.
He's an option
it's
for
not.
wing
He
back
backs
if
back
they
a
play
lot.
as a
He-
three. But he
he
plays
backs
no,
back
he
a lot.
plays as a wing. He hasn't played wing back yet.
Yeah, they
But
play
he
a
does track
4-3-3,
back a
he
lot.
plays as a
He's
winger
just
on
Yeah,
the
he
right.
does.
defensively.
Yeah, he
comes
does track back a
better.
lot. But if
Yeah.
they do play a three, which is something they might do because they don't have any right backs, he's gonna play wing back. He has played wing back at Leeds before, so
He
this
played
is
like twice.
nothing.
From what I can remember.
he played more up though for Brazil. Did you guys see his goal when he chipped the keeper?
By the way, yeah,
I
think
saw a
Kai
clip of
Havertz
that. Yeah,
I think
It
Kai
was
Havertz
sick.
leaves if Nkunku comes
Good.
in.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll
I kind of
see.
see that happen as well. But
Hi, man.
bye bye.
I don't know what
Because-
people keep holding on to Kai Havertz. I just don't know what else.
Champions
is going
League.
on.
It's because they
Wow.
put so much stock in the last year or two to making it work. They can't let it go that he's just shit. It's as simple as that.
I don't even think
Wait,
he's a
Lewis,
bad
you were
player. I
there
just
as
don't think
well,
he's
weren't
gonna
you? You were
fit in
there
the
as well.
Premier League.
He's
Nah,
arse, man.
that's
not-
the thing I'm looking at because I'm watching Premier League, isn't it? For what I'm
Why does
seeing.
he look? Why does he look good everywhere else except here? I just don't. I think it's a
Yeah,
Premier League thing.
no, barely. Like they'll
I didn't-
bring that
Yeah, but
England
look
game
what he
into
done
account.
against a whole PL team, though. He's
No,
scoring.
No, it doesn't.
He
It
was-
doesn't
he was-
work
he
that
was
way.
shit
You don't remember?
against
You
England,
don't remember?
and he had
you
like
don't
a
remember-
good 20
you don't,
minutes.
You don't remember that shot when he missed against Man United? Do you remember that shot he missed against Man United? Yeah.
Which
He's
one?
missed too many
Which
times,
one?
bro. I don't remember.
The clear shot he missed against Man United when Kante passed
Which
the ball
one?
to him.
You'll be
When Kante-
surprised, but I don't think he's going anywhere.
You don't think he's going anywhere?
No.
Yeah,
think it's
yeah, I'm
gonna
with
go.
Alex on this
If he
one. I
stinks
don't
it up
think
again
he-
this season, you don't think he's gonna leave next summer?
Listen, I think he's on the
Because
list.
again,
I
if
think
he
he's on the
doesn't
list.
if he doesn't leave, he resigns. Because you're not gonna let his
Can
contract go.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, nobody's gonna buy him
Yeah,
for
you're
like.
good.
Yeah, a little muffled, but we
How
can
much
hear
did we
you.
buy him for?
72 mil.
72
Be
mil.
careful, be
Yeah,
careful, be
nobody's
careful what
buying
you
him for
say. Be
72
careful
mil.
what you say, because if Thomas Tuchel ends up at Bayern Munich, yeah, then you will see him offer coming. Trust me.
Nah, I don't think so.
I see
don't
him, Thomas Tuchel, be in Real Madrid before I see him in Bayern.
You sure about that?
Because what's
It kind
his
of
name?
depends if Nagelsmann gets sacked or not. Because
Bro,
Nagelsmann gets
He's not
sacked,
gonna get sacked. If
Ancelotti will
things
retire.
don't go,
Yeah.
Ancelotti said that this is his last job,
Yeah,
so
but
he might well
that's what I
consider
mean.
retiring.
Tuchel's gonna
Nagelsmann has
make.
to last the season then, because if Nagelsmann gets
Last
sacked,
job, not last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, last job. Yeah, I don't think it's his last season either.
It's not
At
his
least
last
another
season.
two.
Tuchel's gonna make Vinicius so mid, bro. Honestly, that's a good thing in my eyes if he goes.
I think
Madrid. I'm not gonna lie.
Tuchel fits Real Madrid more than he would Bayern.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
And you
Yeah.
got to look at
Nah,
the
I don't
league,
think so.
man. Nobody on Real Madrid is going to be mid in La
I think
Liga, man.
Bayern is his perfect job, honestly. I really
And
like.
another thing, there's a possibility that Tuchel could become a World Cup manager, a German national team manager.
Yeah, look
Because
at
I
Flick
don't
the
see
ball.
that Germany doesn't well either.
Hansi Flick. Yo.
Or
I
maybe we sack Southgate. Tuchel brings it home.
Boy, that'd be sick, bro.
Manager
That
and
would be
all that.
sick.
That would be
That
an
would be
interesting
off the
combo.
hook, man. I wish.
Never know, bro. You never know. Never know.
You guys are shameless.
Bro, wait. Where was
Hey,
this? Where
Bro,
Wait,
do
Luke,
you
where
know
was
me?
Disgusting.
Luke, where was
Disgusting.
Goretzka news?
That doesn't make me sick, man.
You didn't support England.
Where was this Goretzka news
Mason
coming
Mount.
from anyway?
Simon Phillips. Simon Phillips is the one that reported it.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, he said fucking I'm told Chelsea are a huge fan of Goretzka from Bayern Munich and will mention him if/when Bayern come calling for Kai Havertz.
How old is he? How old is Goretzka?
What, do you see it
he's
happening?
27.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
27.
okay. He may be just outside of their age profile right now.
Goretzka
He just
is
re-signed the new
perfect
contract with
young
Bayern.
player, man. Top guy.
Goretzka would be perfect for us, honestly.
Goretzka?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
This guy is a perfect number 8, man.
Yeah, honestly.
Well,
He's so injury prone.
if he comes, Mount gotta go.
Yeah, he
We got
signed
too many
till
eights.
2026.
That's what I said. He just signed. He ain't coming.
I know this is random, guys, but what happened to our DOF hype? It was going up. We're getting the director of football, and all of a sudden, it's gone
We're
to
still
that,
looking.
you know.
Hey,
Where are these
what happened
three
to
candidates?
I feel like
what happened to the Gallagher prediction? You're gonna owe me money, right?
Fucking hell, that bike,
Nobody
bro.
can hear your
Your
voice.
your
speaker
mic
is
is
nuts. Or your mic, bro. I don't know what's going on with that.
Well, who me?
I did ask you if you're again.
Andrew. No,
We
Andrew.
could hear you, but it was muffled. Now it's like loud and I don't know what else. Scratchy.
Just like Mount
Yeah,
is
a
a 8.
director of football's coming. Like, it's not going to be anytime quick.
Well, I think they had interviews this week with a bunch of guys. There's interviews with 3 or 4 guys this
I mean,
week.
we got till January, right? Technically.
I
Got
don't
till
know who
January.
I don't know
They
who the
can
source
actually
was.
wait until summer.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
rush it, to be honest with you. I don't want to just
I prefer
hire
if
somebody
we
for the
wait.
sake of hiring somebody. I do like
January
Munchie. I
is a
think
long
Munchie would be
time. That's
interesting.
3
But
months. 3 months.
I
to
would
vet
rather
someone.
wait for the other guy that's gonna be available. in
Yeah,
next
yeah.
summer.
We should call
Like
Michael
Mike
Emelio
Edwards.
back. We should call Michael Emelio back.
no.
You won't.
Who?
Take
We
it.
should not just say shit
Yeah.
just to say shit.
I said Amelio.
Yeah, really, I mean, bro, I'll take anyone that's good. I mean, we're going to get rejected at least one more time. You know, at least someone else will be like, oh, I was offered a job and I said no. But let's see how it unfolds, man. See how it unfolds.
But that's not what happened. That's not what happened with Friend. Friend had agreements with Chelsea, but Leipzig are
Really?
in a position to have to let him
Well,
go.
how
He has a
about Campos?
contract with
What happened to
Leipzig.
Campos then? Was that not a rejection as well?
I don't think they even offered Campos anything. I'm not sure they even interviewed Campos. He was a name.
Is it true they interviewed the Leeds guy?
They spoke to Michael
He's
Edwards. He wanted a year off. He was their number one go. He wanted a year off. They spoke to Frund. They like Frund. I think they had an agreement with Frund, and Leipzig said, "No, we're not getting rid of you right now. They're in no position to do that. He's under contract with them." It's not like
Well, like,
The biggest
And I
thing
heard
is, can we
he's
do
a big part of
without the
their whole, like,
DOF
Red Bull.
until summer? Sorry, Scott. Can
Go
we
ahead.
do?
What could happen?
Can we do without the GOF
Marino.
until summer?
Depends if we want to do any business in January.
Jan.
Yeah, I think we need to pull
But
it
the
in
link,
January.
for example, the links that we have,
They're just big name players.
I think
we
like
sh-
the links that we have, is that will seriously jeopardize the. I don't think so. I think Todd
I think
Bowler
what we-
can do it until
John
the
Terry.
summer.
John Terry is director.
As long as there's a line of
bring it in.
communication between Potter and Bowley, things should be
What's
okay.
a terrier now?
Because that was one of the biggest issues with
Issues with
what's his
Tuchel.
name?
Yeah, but
Bowley and
the
Tuchel.
the communication between Potter and Bowley will go through Macaulay though. It'll go through Potter's scout. That's the guy who will be the go between Potter and the ownership group. That's why he's
a little
there.
WhatsApp group. Like Potter and Bowley and someone else, they're all in this little WhatsApp group. So maybe they do talk.
Bowley.
Tuchel wasn't answering his fucking messages, so let's hope.
Tuchel, you know the one that does mute notifications.
Yeah,
If I see any Ronaldo transfer links in January, yeah, it's gonna be peak, bro. It's gonna
They're
be
probably
peak.
ruin it.
Bro, it'll happen if we qualify. If we finish second in our group and we qualify for this group, he might just come for that Champions League tapping goals. You know what I'm saying?
You know, we definitely could still finish first. I don't know why everyone's so
Yeah.
negative about it. Like we could still
Jesus
finish.
Christ, man.
I love it.
I still think we're finishing first, honestly.
This is the most cucked fan base I've ever seen in my life, dude. We played five PL games. People are like, "We're fucked, man. I don't even think we can make top four." We're
Can
5
you
points off
imagine?
of
Can you
first place.
imagine all the fans living in Florida before the hurricane hit?
They would have went south, Alex.
This guy.
They would have taken a beating. They would have went south for the beating.
Imagine not trusting the squad.
Chelsea fans, they love to flog them. They love to flog
He
themselves.
disappeared with that.
It's like my wife
Bro,
today. It's
listen,
like,
guys,
oh,
listen.
we're expecting 30 miles an hour winds. I was like, oh my god!
Listen, guys, I'm
Like,
checking
where's
the
the
odds
fucking
now, yeah.
schools here?
What?
Hey
For
man,
30 miles an
I'll
hour?
tell you what, it brought through some beautiful weather. It's like 65 here right now.
Because they're afraid the school buses can't be turned over, man. You see that school bus?
Shouldn't North Carolina be used to that kind of wind though?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
A question for you guys.
Not
Say,
North Carolina is big, man. It's not like everything is. What's the name?
South Carolina's
beachside.
better.
I know, but like the
Not
winds,
everything
you guys,
is on the beach.
you guys are so close to all that. I'm sure it comes to you like it does to
North
some.
Carolina
Yeah,
is
it
a
depends if
shithole,
it
man.
hits if it hits directly into the state.
If the direction,
But it literally hits Florida, bottom of the Florida,
that's right.
and they gotta go for all that landmass before it hits us. And then there's like people like, oh my god, it's still category 1. I was like, talk to the people that got hit by 3. Don't talk to the people that have 30 miles an hour winds.
Just to say as well, third kit's coming out on the 6th of October. Chelsea's just announced
Jesus
that.
Christ, man. Do they want to make any money? Put this shit out, man.
Yeah,
I've been trying to buy this. I've been trying to buy this kit for 3 months.
but
Josh,
So wait
it's
till
like in
October.
3
Well,
days.
you know where you can get it? Jerseys FC, and use the code Carefree Lewis G for 20% off. Good
By the
luck.
time it gets here, I'll have a month left of the season.
I was hoping we had
It's
it was a black.
American based, bro. Wait, is it? I don't even know. I don't know. You should get it quickly. Actually, I haven't got a fucking.
I was
But
hoping
yeah.
it was the black kit, man.
What?
I was hoping we got the black kit for the third kit, but gold, I can't lie, don't look nice. I wouldn't wear that still.
No,
I said it before.
Oh,
It looks
so
bland.
you are going at school.
Who?
What?
It's like,
Dude.
I'm a grown ass man, and all of a sudden I can wear this to school.
What? I don't. Bro, what? I'm not in school though. I'm in Collie. I'm in Collie, bro.
Collie is not a school, man.
I go Collie, bro.
Yeah, you got busted.
Did I say school?
Sixth form. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good.
Bro, what? Nah.
We got underage kids here, man.
Bro.
We do.
I
Poku
told you I'm
Doku in
42,
3,
bro.
2,
You're
1.
42 years old
Yeah,
in
I
college,
just have
right?
to
In
sit.
college.
Yeah, bro. I just have to sit retaking it and stuff.
How many times did you have to take same semester?
Like 12 minutes.
This guy just giving money,
Your math is
giving
bad,
money to
fam.
this
Your
statue.
math is
Yeah,
bad.
he sustained. He literally by himself supports the whole college budget.
Oh,
No, not college as in America, innit? Yeah, like sixth form, like what Mama said. Yeah.
yeah. Ah, of course, brother.
What?
We all went through the system. It's in between university and high school. Is these 2 years of limbo called sixth form / college. The UK education system is a bit wayward, so let's not get into that. But did you guys talk about these illnesses that befall our players at the same time? Cucurella is ill. Like, what was he eating in Spain?
Something's wrong
We
with
Chilwell. We got Chilwell. It's calm.
Yeah, he'll chill. I'll chill with that.
Chilwell still looks off it though.
Was Cucurella even in the Spanish squad?
No.
Yeah.
Right? He
Are you
wasn't.
sure?
Yeah, what? Yeah, what?
Yeah.
He was on vacation.
Oh, the boss.
This
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
loves
what?
playing too much, bro.
Cucurella and Chukwuemeka both ill. Is what it is.
Oh, I was looking forward to seeing Chukwuemeka come on the
Kante's
pitch
ill.
and score a brace.
Chukwuemeka, he wasn't even gonna play. Like that don't even count anyway. He wasn't even gonna play, man. What Cucurella has
Yeah.
some good forward passes. Like
Saying
they're
Amari
so-
Hutchinson on the pitch tomorrow.
Who?
If he is, so it's like he won't play.
Amari Hutchinson.
Bro, he's not, like.
Pickford. You guys thoughts on that? Wait,
No,
who-
hell no.
That's a
no.
Pickford.
Yeah, Dzeko gone. All right, cool. Yeah, Pickford. Our name got
No.
linked
Yeah,
today.
please no.
Is he playing against us? Like,
Forget the fact of like how he is as a keeper. He's England's #1, and he's like Everton's only quality goalkeeper of any quality. He's going to cost easily 60, 70 mil. No.
Oh, gee, what are you rolling up?
He's
over
not
there?
worth it.
He has
Oh
short arms,
shit,
bro.
Mendy might be out as well.
Man muted himself.
Yeah,
but
he's
I-
out. Yeah, he's
I
out.
meant to turn off his camera.
yeah, he didn't say for a fact that Mendy is out. He only mentioned the other three, but he'll probably won't play. Most likely, he won't play.
Yeah, he said he hasn't had enough to be involved at the weekend.
We
Yeah.
got to be
Same as
in the
Kante.
long shots, blood. Fucking hell, man.
Hey,
Zaha long
back
Crystal
a few
Palace.
weeks, a few years ago.
It's Crystal Palace shoot the long shots, bro. I'm not.
Yeah,
it's
but
not-
who in
it's
Crystal
not-
Palace can
Yeah,
shoot
who?
from outside the
That's what
box?
I was exactly want to say. Who?
Zaha done if he's Kepa, bro.
Yeah,
remember.
Zaha shoots from
trust
the outside
Kepa,
the
bro.
box. You freaking shut up.
He did it against
yeah.
Kepa a
Bro,
year
what
ago.
are you on? He done
He
it
literally
with
did it
Kepa.
against Kepa before.
When Kepa is in goal,
Remember Tillemans?
anybody
Remember
can
Tillemans-
shoot, man.
Tillemans done?
Bro, it was at 90 yards, both.
Anybody can get it off, man. 40
Oh,
Oh,
yards,
did
30
everyone be
yards.
shocked when we get
How
a
to
clean
shoot.
sheet?
It's a
Bro,
goal,
bro, Kepa, this guy is such a liability from long shots, bro.
Hey, it is what it is. Like we'd complain whether it's Kepa or Mendy. Neither have set the world on fire this season.
We were actually so fucked with keepers, bro.
So it is
Bring me
what
your
it
own
is.
black. Bring me your own black. There's no problems.
I don't
He's
even know if
finished.
Oblak's still the
Oblak
same
is
dude.
finished.
Yeah, Oblak is not on the same form he was a few seasons ago.
I'll be like, if
still
I'm going,
better-
if
he's
I'm
still
going
better
for
than-
it,
he's still
depending
better
on what they're.
Mendy.
This guy's about
Listen,
My
Hold on,
God.
listen. You can say what you want about Mendy. You can say what you want about Mendy, but don't compare him to Kepa. Kepa is one of the worst
No.
players we've ever had
Oblak.
in history.
I'm talking about Oblak.
No, I'm just saying because someone said we have two terrible keepers or something. Listen, man. Mendy got to a point that as Chelsea fans and world fans were giving him top 3 in world football. He was going for the Yashin Award. He could have won it. He had a whole year and a half of being world class, right?
it was
Kepa has
deserved,
not even sniffed that level. He's never touched that level. He's not even come close. So at least we know what we can get from Mendy, which is a top 3 in the world keeper. At least top 5 if he gets his confidence back. You will never get that with Kepa. So what's the point in giving Kepa confidence? Kepa is terrible. He's obviously off form. It's obviously a confidence thing. Like, if he can get to that level, like he wasn't just like good for us, top 10, maybe top 20 in the world, solid. No, he was one of the best in the world. And now people forget that so easily and want to replace him with a player that we've had for 3 years, and he's been terrible every year. Kepa is horrible.
With both of them.
Kepa's been here for 3 years, 2019.
The thing is say with both of them, right, you've got both of them in the best confidence they can be. The only real worry you have about when it comes to Mendy is his ball playing ability, which you can limit. You can just limit, take a few touches on the ball, don't give him the ball a lot, give it when he's got time and space. You can't limit how tall Kepa is. He's going to be that height. Like, you can't ask him to fucking grow suddenly in the space of like a week. He's always going to have the issue if he can't save long shots, whether he's in form, out of form. Like, it's a good day, a bad day. His wife sucked him off. He hasn't sucked him off. Like, whatever happens, bro, he's still 6 foot. He can't grow. He's still going to face long shots, and he's still going to be shit at facing them.
Yeah, but Daniel, could you at the same time say that Mendy was on like world-class purple patch form, and now we're seeing less closer. I'm just saying.
Listen. Let's talk about that, right? World class for a year and a half is not a purple patch. Even if you want to call it a purple patch, we've never seen this from Kepa. We've never even seen top 10 in this league from Kepa.
Forget about
to talk
Kepa.
less of,
I'm not even comparing them.
So that's what I'm saying. So for Mendy, we can he's been shit from January till now, right? So half of last season and the start of this season, he's been injured. He hasn't had very, very good form. But he's given us a year and a half of top 3 form. That to me is a difference. I can try and get Mendy back in confidence. Like, the one thing he always had was he was a master at saving shots. Even now, his shot saving is like 50-something percent. This is somebody who was at 72, like 73, 80 the last 3 previous years. So it's obviously a confidence thing. It's not just his passing. His shot saving is terrible right now. If you give him confidence and you have a couple clean sheets, he doesn't get a lot of shots, he's going to get back to a decent level. If he's not the level of Chelsea, then you buy somebody else, right? Bringing Kepa in for a few games and then taking that shit don't work. Keepers, that doesn't work. Because Kepa is terrible and he's going to show you that. And then you have 2 keepers without confidence.
Yeah,
there's no point in doing that.
This
I
is the
agree.
problem
I'm
we're
waiting
having.
until
This is
the end
problem-
of the
this is
season
the
to see
problem
what
we're having.
Mendy's going to give us.
This is the problem we're
moving
having,
forward.
yeah? Mendy's looking at himself, looking at himself, look, I don't have proper competition. Kepa's not proper competition.
It's not competition.
No.
That doesn't work with goalkeepers. Goalkeepers do not... Listen. Goalkeeper... Who is Oblak's competition? You don't even know who their backup keeper is.
Nobody.
Who's Courtois' competition?
Navas, and then he got shipped out.
Yeah,
Navas is not his competition. You cannot have two. You cannot have two keepers
you're right.
compete.
He was probably better.
Yeah, and then they kicked him, but they still kicked him out after 1 year and chose. You don't have to choose. There is no, this guy's going to push me. Goalkeeper position, it is not about you have somebody behind you pushing you. That's not the way that shit works. You know what I'm saying? It's what you have one number one keeper, you give them confidence, and they perform. Why somebody's playing bad isn't. That's what fans always go to. He doesn't have competition. He's just chilling, bro. He's getting scored on every game. You think he's happy with that? You think he doesn't want certain awards and clean sheets? He's a goalkeeper.
I think Mendy.
That doesn't make any sense.
I think Mendy's been hurt for a little bit too. He's been carrying a knee injury with him for a minute.
Mendy's attitude's been different since AFCON, and I don't know if anybody's clocked it.
What do you mean attitude?
Not the problem.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This attitude bullshit. Like, stop it. Every time a player is in bad form, it's attitude. It's
what about his
arrogant. It's like
I'm struggling to understand. Hang on. I'm struggling to understand how a dude that was unemployed 2 years ago can have an attitude problem.
The only thing
was unemployed, fam. He didn't have a fucking job.
The only thing that I heard.
From when he wins.
No, wait. The only thing that I heard around, it was after the Lev Yashin award and the Ballon d'Or and everything. Allegedly, Mendy's confidence or his motivation dropped because he seriously believed he deserved that award, and that was the reason for his form dipping towards the end of the season. That's the only thing that I've heard in terms of a potential attitude issue or anything. Other than that, I haven't heard shit.
And the money. He wants. But
that's just basic negotiations. He rejected the first offer because that's going to start negotiations.
Cool. Maybe he's
we're in a dilemma with that anyway. Because
listen.
He's going to ask for more than Kepa, but Kepa and Mendy shouldn't be on that amount anyway, and we can't get rid of Kepa. So we're stuck.
Right. Well, that's what the owners.
get that.
That's what the ownership
Check
will
Johnny
tell him.
Mineral's tweet, bro. This guy's shameless.
Oh,
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, everyone. Don't worry. Look, I've got the cure here. I've got the cure
just
here.
leave Johnny alone, man. He hasn't been on stream in a minute.
He's on holiday. Gabriel Slovenia. He will
Shameless,
come
bro.
back in January.
No,
and say
he's
hi.
not the
Damn.
answer. Sorry, he's not the answer. This
I'm
is an
clowning,
18-year-old.
but it's not like a 0% chance. It's like a 1%
He's not
chance.
ready made.
It's
He's
never
not
happened.
ready made. He's not ready yet.
No, he's not ready.
Coming
yet.
back
He's
in
not-
January, whether
he's-
we like it or not,
he's-
right?
No, that's fine. But he has the same problems Mendy has. He's not great with his feet, and his concentration at times is lacking. He's great at shot stopping, but he has the same issues that Mendy has when it comes to his deficiencies, and he's considerably younger. Like I love Slonina. I think he could become a great goalkeeper. Like that, he's been compared to like Buffon at the same age of like that level of goalkeeper. But my man's not ready to start at 18.
Maybe.
Yeah. Obviously, your point is completely valid. But as I said, there's a sliver of a chance because we're definitely not going to buy a goalkeeper for 70 plus mil in January.
I think we might if Kepa leaves, and I think it depends on like if we're going to buy someone. This is why for me, if we buy someone, we buy someone who's on the older age, like a 31 or 32-year-old, who can help play like people like Mendy or more importantly Slonina to improve.
Scott, do you think that's what they're trying to have Mendy do, but he doesn't want to do it? I think they're trying to give him a long contract on low wages, right? And he probably wants. That's what I think. I don't know, but I think they're trying to give him like a 5-year, like a 5-year and 120, because they see this Slonina kid as the, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it could be a Kudisini Czech thing, where Czech comes in at 19. He's not really supposed to start, but he's just too good, and he has to start. But that's hope. So I'm hoping Mendy gives us.
If
Mendy just gives us.
Because he had a good international tournament, and if Slonina has somehow, if they qualify that group of England, that's a good international tournament right there.
Or if he shows himself to a good level where he's making.
Slonina is not going to the World Cup.
I don't know.
Is he in the squad?
No,
he's going. He's going to the World Cup.
No, he's not. He's not going to the World Cup. He is their sixth choice goalkeeper. They have at least 4 or 5 goalkeepers ahead of him. He's not going. Unless injuries, he's not going.
Even if he was, I don't think he'd ever play. So
I'm sorry, they've got Zach Steffen, they've got Max Turner, who's playing for Arsenal. They've got Horvath, they've got Johnson, and they might even have one more. He might be 5th. He's not going.
Has he been called up?
He has played for America before, though. He has played for the senior team, 2021. Oh no, but he stayed on the bench only.
Yeah, bar Matt Turner, he's better than all those guys, by the way.
He might be.
That's just because.
At the end of the day, listen. At the end of the day, he's a kid, right? He's a kid. He's 19. You know, we obviously see him as very special. He should be backup. That's your second choice goalkeeper, and you hope Mendy can at least give you a good level for a couple more years, and then he can take over. I don't think you can. If you buy somebody else to be number one, then you number one have to sell Mendy and Kepa, and Slonina is still your backup.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if that's a win-win, but it's
Take care, deals.
You want your young goalkeepers to have experience game in and game out, not sitting on a bench.
yeah, he's too young to be sitting on the bench already.
I mean, we're gonna play a lot of games, you know.
Right.
Give him
He
some
needs
of
to
those
either play
proper
here or
cards.
he needs to go somewhere else again. If he's
He'll
coming
probably
in
get,
here,
probably get an English
Listen,
loan.
I mean, if they buy one of these random clubs they're trying to buy, he's probably going to get sent like Courtois did a couple years.
Oh yeah, to Portugal or Brazil.
A couple years in Portugal or in.
Don't send him to the same club for 3 years like we did with Courtois.
You better send
he
him
fell
to
in
some
love with that
shit.
club, man.
Better send him to some shit country too.
wherever you do send him, make sure he's abstinent. Don't want him to breathe.
And make sure that the life around that country sucks. Make him not. You don't send him to goddamn Madrid where you live on a beach for 12 months.
Definitely, man. That's a bullshit league. Nobody wants to stay there.
Send him to Everton if you don't want him to like the city.
Nah, don't send him to Everton, man. Frank Frank has that touch, man. He has that touch. You talk to him, yeah, you do. I actually can stay here. You know?
Yeah, but like Lampard's also proper Chelsea, so it'll be like, yeah,
What kind of touch Frank has?
Inappropriate one,
man.
I know.
Always got to be a pervert.
Bad mind.
You're just a freaky old man, huh?
He is.
I'm talking about you.
What are you talking about me?
You're a freaky old man, man. How you gonna take that? How you gonna take that and make it sexual?
I didn't take no fucking thing sexual. You said it. He has a special touch.
What do you think that means, you freak? What do you think that means?
Mourinho.
That's a touch, you know.
Listen, man, stop being
The gal just hollered at me.
Clean your minds, man.
The gal just hollered at me. He said Arsenal are definitely winning against Tottenham this week. Put a bet on it. I said, bro, I don't bet no more, man.
Sorry, my wife.
winning.
Sorry, my wife came show me something. What are you saying?
I prefer a draw. That would be nice.
Then obviously that's what we want. We want a draw, man. The Man United.
Draw, Conte, Arteta, red cards. Let's go.
Nah, 3-3 draw, because that way the defense feels a bit, in the mud. Both of them.
I have a legit question. Would you guys rather?
I
have
want
City
Spurs
win
to
again,
absolutely
or
smash them, man.
Oh, Mario, don't say that,
Yeah,
bro.
one second, Mario.
It's a legitimate question. Would you rather have City win the league again, or are you okay with Arsenal winning? The league?
It's not City.
It's always City.
Not a legit question.
I know one City fan, bro. Like that's it. I don't know a lot of Arsenal fans.
A London club. Anybody except a London club.
Nah, I can't have Man United winning the
Over Arsenal or Spurs, I would rather they did.
Yeah,
Man U's a different level though. Oh, I don't know about that.
No.
Maybe
it's because you guys aren't in London, but from a London, but God fucking forbid either one of them two shadow-dwelling bastards ever touch a league title.
At least Arsenal's already won it.
I will disappear from
look at their squad and look at like their manager as well. You'd have Arsenal fans going, "Oh, Arteta's a Premier League winning manager," and this that. After fuck off. No, they can't be winning. Just give it to Pep again.
God forbid. I will see red shirts
if it's not Chelsea, it's rather Manchester City with always 20 fans.
Arsenal are not winning the
PL anybody over the London club.
I was gonna say if I'm going in order, like it's City, then United, then Liverpool. Fuck Arsenal, fuck Spurs.
Exactly.
Bro, Arsenal are not winning the Premier League before us, like in the next one. Then I just can't see that happening, man. I just can't.
I'm not gonna say nothing. Let's just do our thing.
I don't think in my lifetime Arsenal will win the Premier League. I don't think
in my lifetime. Let's get back.
One at a time.
But I told you I'm in Collie.
So the next 8 years, Arsenal will win the Premier League.
But I don't think Arsenal will win the league ever in my lifetime. Yeah, nah.
Ain't happening. 100 years.
I have to think about
all of your 16 years.
No comment. No comment in it.
I mean that is a college age range, so fair enough. You won't try and share about that, but mad.
Yeah. College, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. In England, that's college.
Okay.
Yeah, till 18.
Is that one of those pretend colleges like Donald Trump College?
I knew you could say Donald Trump.
No.
What is he talking about?
We go at 16. That's when we finish like school education and everything.
So
like, what?
Hustlers University.
University, you go at 18.
Shut up, man! Let me hear what he said.
Never mind.
Say, Daniel?
Never mind.
All right.
Fuck's sake. Right. Predicted lineup, or do we all kind of already know who's gonna start?
What's up, Redneck? How you doing?
Let's do predicted.
It's
never mind.
Alex is getting pissed.
I'm really not. I don't even fucking pay attention to the.
Yeah, you do. Now I want to troll you.
Free back.
Keep trolling, man.
Please
keep trolling.
Massive free back. I feel like we're gonna play fullback.
I think I find out who you are.
It's gonna be a back four.
Yeah, I think
you don't want to find out where I am.
I think it's going to be a back four because Kukurea is up.
I didn't say find out where you are. I said find out who you are.
You don't know who I am.
Let's move.
Right, back three, what we say?
I think it's going to be a back four because Kukurea is out. I think Kukurea basically necessitates us playing a back three.
So you're going to go 4-3-3, 4-3-1-2.
Yeah, 4-3-3, I think.
You think we're gonna play 4-3-3?
I'm just trying to think what we normally do.
Defensive one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
why
I
not
think,
It's going to be a
3-5-2?
3-5-2.
Yeah.
But
'cause
we're
I
not
think- I
playing
think-
free back. We're
I
not
think
playing.
that, well, unless we're just going to go what we like a normal free back and go like Chilwell as the wing back, just because I don't see him being able to do the Kukurea job of being able to transition between centre back and full back. That's what I think we'll go back for.
Yeah, and plus he's been using.
Because I think Kukurea is just better at doing that.
Yeah, we've been training. They've been training with a back four for a couple of weeks now too.
Fair enough.
Wait,
Like I want us like going forward. I think I want us to do the like 3, like I said, 3-1-4-1-1
away
or
game,
whatever
right?
it is. But
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
Kukurea is not
definitely.
available, it
3-5-2.
limits how we can do down that left hand side, and Sterling's not going to offer you anything defensively, really.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
I know.
I think
Sterling
ideally
was
I'd like to be in a 3 because our 3 best center backs, it allows you to have them all on the pitch at the same.
Yeah,
but,
I'm wondering if we're gonna play.
Yeah,
a 4.
but
My
like
first
their
question is, who's-
qualities, it doesn't make sense to have all 3 of them on the pitch at the same time. If we're playing the 3 at the back, Cucurella has to play that left center back role.
Yeah.
Because you
Cucurella's
need
out.
wide center backs who are
have
very
someone
quick.
more dynamic.
So if you don't have 3 at the back, then I do agree with Scott. Just play 4 at the back and play and have Chilwell as left back.
Who's gonna play in the deepest midfield role then?
bro, please let it be Zachary. Whatever his name
Bravo,
is.
It'll have to be Jorginho.
I don't want Jorginho.
Zakaria hasn't played a second in this club yet.
That
He
The,
played
the,
that game behind
DM,
Nkunku.
DM, based on
Why can't
training,
Jorginho play? They didn't play it. It's not.
I was gonna say based on training, what we've heard, and the way that Potter seems to want to play it, that DM is either going to be Jorginho or Chalobah. So take your pick.
that Palace press is gonna kill J5, bro. Honestly, how do we still employ J5, bro? Honestly,
Because he's our only
Same
DM.
college as employs you. Pretend college.
what have I done to you, bro? Like,
Nothing, because there's nobody in the midfield that played.
Because he's our literal only DM. That's why he's still employing him.
Bro,
That's why he's still playing.
Yeah,
I'd have
it's
a
either
other
him
man-
or Chalobah. You know what I mean? So
Exactly, bro. Like,
we're gonna concede because of him. Yeah.
big up Chalobah, but like, come on, man.
We're gonna concede because of him.
What have? But that's the different question. Ask that question. Don't ask why Jorginho is playing, because there's nobody else
I know why
there.
he's playing, bro. It was a sarcasm.
it was rhetorical, is what you mean.
Same thing in my eyes.
It's not the same thing at all.
It's really not, man.
Yo, you really need this college, bro. You need to do not ever drop out. Hey, don't ever drop out, man.
Hey, don't quit school, bro.
Stay in school, man.
It's a joke, man. Because
God damn. How much are you paying them, man?
Anyway, I think the
four,
centre
what
backs
we
will
say?
be. Is Silver fit for this game? Because I know.
Yeah,
I don't
Silver's
know.
It should be.
Yeah, he played for Brazil.
I'd probably say then Silver and Fofana.
Yeah, I think Koulibaly and Fofana played together.
You gotta play
Koulibaly,
Koulibaly, man.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
I
what I'm
I think you gotta
thinking.
play.
And we
I think you
have,
gotta play Koulibaly.
we have a midweek game. Which one would you rather have Silva
Yeah,
play?
this is one of those games that I give Thiago a rest.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
though every time,
Yo, we
Never been
play
traveling?
every 3 games. I mean, every 3 days. So
Matches in London.
you know we gotta
No, no,
manage
no,
this the
it's
right
the-
way.
It's more I forgot
Oh,
about
match was
the
in
AC
London.
Milan
Okay.
game, and I think Silver's more crucial for the AC Milan
Wait,
game.
Alex,
So yeah,
you talking about this past international break? Or you
So
talking
what?
about
Koulibaly and Fofana.
Well,
yeah, for
this
this game.
international break, did Silva travel
Oh,
all the
no,
way to
yeah.
Brazil?
I think
yeah,
so.
he
Yeah,
did. He played
played
all their games for them too.
Yeah, he
Nice.
needs to rest.
Hold on.
Yeah,
just
and he
quick.
came back, I guess, 2 days
Quick.
ago. He
Don't
needs
ever,
to rest.
Jacob, don't ever drop out. It's fair school.
And I think he's been playing Koulibaly and Fofana together in the closed door games, so it probably makes sense that they partner for this game.
Guessing the wings speak, fullback speak for itself. Chilwell and James.
Yeah.
And a midfield 2. Who we Kovacic and Mount.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
We don't talk about our lack of depth at right back enough.
Oh, we do plenty
yeah.
of times. Like, trust me, we have brought out many times, but it's not going to get fixed anytime soon.
I think we
I
were
honestly-
expected that we weren't going to sort that this summer.
I'm worried
Yeah,
about James playing this
Our
much.
backup right wing back.
Oh, don't worry, we have the captain, man. The capitan.
Well,
Right, starting on the left. That's
Don't
easy
forget
one.
Ruben, bro.
As a
On
right
the
back.
on the midfield real quick. On the midfield real quick. You could see Mount and potentially Ruben next to Jorginho. It's not impossible. Ruben's been there all week with them training, or all 2 weeks that they've been gone.
Ruben's playing right back though.
I'm not gonna lie. I think he
In
sees
the one
Ruben
game,
as a
in the
number
one
10.
game he did.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd
I
use
see
him
that.
as 10 as well, Dan. I agree. But I think any attacking,
sees him as a number 10, but
either attacking 8 or 10, I think would suit him just
Ruben
fine.
as a bench
I wouldn't be
player,
surprised if he plays in this game just based off of he's been there training this whole time during international break. Potter's got a good look at him.
Ruben has
and-
always been better high up the field.
Yeah. And I don't know how much Kovacic played for Croatia. I don't know if he played all 90 in both games or what, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw him on the pitch.
I mean, you're probably gonna have to sub a lot of these guys off anyway.
Yeah,
'cause
no
you're gonna have to
doubt.
play in Milan, so
Yeah.
you know,
Wide legs.
He's playing on the
yeah,
right.
you're gonna have to sub him anyway.
Yeah, I would rest Kovacic for this game. I think he can.
So
be
would
more
I.
effective against
No,
Milan.
I will start him, but I you can take him off on the 50th minute.
I think Conte is gonna play a less part of the game.
Conte's
Go
out.
to AC Milan.
No, Conte's
He's out. He's out.
Conte's not even. Conte's not even playing him.
And so Potter said next week he should be good to go.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he's not gonna play in AC Milan game
Correct.
either.
Maybe he might. I don't know. He just said next week, so I don't know if that meant like midweek or weekend.
Yeah, I'm thinking next weekend.
Ruben can shoot. He just doesn't. For some reason, he choose not to. That annoying part. Ruben
Yeah,
can
all
shoot.
of players do that. Alex, all of players do that.
That's just a mentality. That's just a mindset thing, though. Like sometimes you have to like drill
He's a
that into guys.
midfielder. He's a midfielder. He looks for the pass before.
Ziyech is the
That's
only
annoying
one.
part.
He doesn't even look for the pass; he just dribbles.
Well,
Man
because
just
he
likes to
plays
dribble,
that.
man.
Because he plays in the lower part of the field. But if he plays as a 10, close or
Or he's
high up
closer
the field,
and he has more
or he close
opportunities.
and he doesn't have to dribble, he does looks more for the pass than for the shot, even though he has a better shooting than a lot of players do up top. Actually,
He did.
he's-
When he first came in, he was an excellent finisher.
Yeah, he was a
Not
good
so much now, man. I don't know what's going. Listen, injuries, whatever. I don't know, but he's not the same. He's not the same striker of the ball.
He hasn't
Like it was
played-
him. It was Hazard, and then him when he first
Yeah,
came.
it was. Well,
So-
he hasn't played in the same high position since what's his name left. The Smokerson.
You've seen Redneck. You've seen him in the box several times, dribble instead of shoot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That
But it's
mentality
like-
changed for some reason because he was placed in a deeper position. So from now on, it's hard to change your thing and like when you've been playing for 4 years.
I think
So
it's. I think it's a lack of confidence because of a lack of repetition in that same kind of role. He hasn't done it for a long time.
Because he was last time he was playing higher up the field, he literally targeted Hazard, who has a better finishing, from especially from outside the box. Remember both goals that they scored in the
They
same
scored,
game?
yeah.
And
Hazard was
they-
like, mine was better.
Mine was better, yeah. He has a good finishing. I just think, Daniel said, it could be like confidence, could be injuries, but I think it's because he played so
I think for
deep
now,
for the long
he's
time.
he's a rotational player. You know what I'm saying?
For now, yes. For now, yes.
You
But
know,
I still
don't
think
he
he's
starts
good
in this
enough.
game. I think it's more than likely. Yeah, I think it's more than likely going to be, Sterling and I mean Sterling, obviously Sterling, Aubameyang.
Probably Havertz.
Yeah, after
Havertz.
Germany. Yeah, what way is that done for Germany? He
Would
should
you be surprised if he
definitely
will not start any of the players that been on international duty because he had so much time with them in the training ground?
Nah, because
Did
then
you
I'll
say the
score.
players did you say the players that weren't on international duty? That would mean that I'm pretty sure we'd have to play someone like a Harvey Vale at right wing.
Loftus Cheek. That means
Maybe not all of them.
Probably not.
Not all of them,
Maybe
but like
maybe a Gallagher starts then.
yeah, that's what I said. Gallagher could
Nah, I'm kidding.
Please no.
Could
I
be
mean, when you think about it,
Sterling is not could be.
I think Sterling is gonna play.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
just,
Well,
he's gonna play.
Sterling and Aubameyang.
Aubameyang
Who's
is gonna
playing?
play. Yeah, Aubameyang is gonna play.
And
think
so is Kai.
I don't know. I don't know if Havertz started the first Germany game. I think he's still gonna
He
play.
started the second, not the
He
first.
didn't play the first
There
one.
you go. So
Where it started.
yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, Brozier didn't have a good international.
I think it's Havertz unless he wants to give somebody else a look, and that would be the only
Yeah,
reason.
why not Broja and Auba?
I'm starting to wonder if Alba really is gonna fit in this team. I don't know if he's gonna fit in this team.
So what, Sterling, Aubameyang,
Yeah.
and Havertz?
He doesn't.
I don't know if Auba can play up front by himself. Like
He
it has
can't.
to be a 2-man job.
He
He
can.
can't. This is what he said,
And the way Potter wants to play too, I don't know.
Well, but you got to think too. Like, of course, like when you're looking at a formation like this on paper, everything is sort of neat and in its spot. But like when we have the ball, everybody here is going to be way high up, way more pushed up, way more. There's not going to be it's not going to be like Alba's by himself. He'll have somebody close to him. There'll always be somebody close to the striker. There'll be somebody in behind the striker. Like it's not necessarily going to look like it does on paper when you put out the 4-3-3. Like it's going to end up being like 2-1-2. Like they're all going to be all over the place when they're actually on the pitch. So like the spaces will be much closer to each other.
You see, Big Ron is making fun, but actually Welbeck is exactly how Uba plays. If he plays as a single, he can play him that way. He can play in single or wait on the cross because it's still a away game. I don't think we're gonna be as attacking as people think.
Listen, I'm sure Auba is fit now.
Nah,
right?
we will.
Yeah.
Come on.
Auba is fit now. Listen, Potter is an attacking manager. That's the one. That's the one
No
thing. He's
question.
going to be very attacking, regardless.
Yeah.
But I think Auba's going to play. I think he's going to be, a lot fitter now. Like those passes into the middle that he was getting, losing his touch. You know what I'm saying? And not if he controls that creates more. Creates more opportunities for us and him.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be better. I don't know how great he can get with the systems. I just don't think he can play up there by himself in like a 4-3-3. Maybe, I don't know, a 4-2-3-1.
Well, he's certainly, I think, probably our best finisher, like pure finisher. But I think you'll see again. I think you'll see this. Like you won't see him as isolated as maybe it looks right now. Like you will see those other two guys much closer to him, or like the way we played last time. Sterling was super wide, so maybe Sterling is wide and Mount is in closer. Like I mean, we'll have the ball so much.
I think Auba needs somebody be closer to him.
I would rather a 4-2-3-1. You know what I'm saying? Like with Havertz right under him. Havertz and Mount right under him. Like he needs somebody right next to him that he can play off because
I don't want Mount there, but
he's not that guy.
If we go into the new manager that supposedly plays everybody in that position, I don't want Mount in the free top free anymore.
Why? Why playing the front three?
Mount doesn't offer us any.
You said front three. That's not a front three.
Okay, if we play in Auba and Sterling as a top, I don't want to be Mount as a third. I'd rather
What do you
have
mean
Kai
third?
Havertz.
Third what?
Third striker or third defensive player. If we play 4-3-3, I don't want Mount to be in the.
So there's a three in the front, right? If you're playing a 4-3-3, there's a three up top.
Yes.
No, but
Right.
he's saying,
Which means there's what? Which means there's what?
Aubameyang,
There's a
Sterling,
three in
and
midfield.
Auba,
So that means he's
Sterling.
not in the front.
What the hell's that noise?
Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't. I was trying to say that if it was, for example, if we play 4-3-3, I don't want Mount to be in the final third. I'd rather have Kai Havertz play with Auba and Sterling.
Really?
And Mount.
I think Mount's going to
Havertz
end
is
up
worse in the final third.
Trash be garbage.
I was going to say.
I mean,
Plus,
that's like the cop out answer, but categorically he's better.
The words of Peter, two flavors at the same mid.
No, I'm saying.
Except
Kai
it's not
Havertz
though. Like
Kai Havertz is better.
one is like
Mount's a bit more
categorically better.
consistent, I'll give you that. He's a bit more consistent.
Yeah, but I'm saying like we played Kai Havertz as a single striker all the time. I want him to be not as a center
You played
striker,
him behind the striker too.
not as much.
Not
He
not
played
as
in, he
much.
played in the
but,
last
like,
game and
tried
was
it and it
terrible.
still didn't work.
Okay, well, we played Mount as an 8 last game, and he was shit too.
I
But
thought
that
Mount
doesn't
better
mean
than
that
That's
wasn't better
that's
than Havertz.
emotional. That's
He was
emotional
alright.
because he wasn't.
Mount was more
God, it's
consistent than
emotional.
Havertz was.
Fucking hell.
That's emotional.
He was
Like,
better than
Havertz was
Havertz.
only
Like
there for
again,
the
like
first 10,
he
15
still
minutes.
was not like Lewis mentioned earlier when he was by himself. He still wasn't amazing world class, but he was decent. He was good. Whereas Havertz was just a ghost. He does what he always does.
Havertz did the same good the last game as a 10 besides
Havertz
striker
does the same stuff. He did the same stuff for Germany, by the way, apart from the goals that he does with us. It's cute little passes in non-threatening areas and fuck all else.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't have a good
The
game.
goals were good. The goals is what
the goals,
is what
the
changed
goals
his
were
game.
good for different reasons.
For
But
some
everything
reason,
else
people
about his
think
game
that
was
I'm
just little passes in non-threatening areas.
That's what changed his game. And
Yeah.
again, I
It's
don't
not-
mind. Listen. I
But
don't
if he's
mind playing
scoring 2
Havertz
goals
there.
a game,
In the
again-
current system,
Yeah.
in the current system, I'd rather play him there anyway because I'd rather Mount play as a number 8.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I
that's
agree with
that's
that. I think
as simple as
that's
that.
what I'm trying to
But
say.
but if Havertz keeps playing like he's playing,
For some reason,
That's
people
what's going
think
to
that I
happen.
put Havertz versus Mount. It's not. I'd rather Mount to be an 8 and Kai Havertz to be in that top 3. That's the reason. That's not because it's one versus another one. If we play in 4-3-3, Mount needs to be in the midfield and Kai Havertz needs to be a top 3.
That's gonna
That's
happen.
it.
we were talking about
regardless of whether we play
maybe having to change it. Sorry.
Yeah, but
go
regardless
ahead,
of whether we play a 4-3-3 or we play that 3-back formation we did, Havertz will be the one behind the striker, and he will
Yeah.
eventually be replaced by Nkunku. But with that, like Havertz still needs to do more then, and it's like when say we do play a 4-3-3 and Kai is on the right, a lot of that comes just to the fact he's the best out of a shit bunch. Ziyech is not playing there.
It's
Pulisic
not
is
going to
not
be
playing
Kai.
there.
It's not going to be Kai on the right. You keep forgetting another thing that Reece James is always going to be the widest player.
Oh, that's fine, but I mean the third attack then. The
Okay,
third attack.
the third attacking, yes.
He's the
I
best
have
of a shit
yes.
bunch.
You see, Scott, you're
Someone's
right.
running
I don't
water,
know.
man. Somebody's about to take a shower.
Daniel.
Daniel's about to take a shower.
But it's always like, look, Sterling likes to hug the line, right? That's his best thing because he likes to hug the line. For example, as one of the final 33 players, Kai Havertz is actually opposite. He can't stand to be close to the wide line, even though Tuchel always put him there. And he doesn't like because he needs a little bit of more space. So for me, if he plays on the right, Kai Havertz, James is the best for him over there because James likes to hug the line and Kai Havertz doesn't have to. And he's going to be closer to the striker. I think people look, it's not about Kai Havertz versus Mount. It's about goddamn time we're going to put the players where they're supposed to be playing. That's the reason why we get rid of Tuchel, right? Because he plays people out of positions.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dan and Moyo were kind of hinted at. For me, it's like I don't necessarily. If Kai Havertz scores 2 goals, I don't really care if the other part of his game is not great.
I don't care
if he gets
either.
me 2 goals, I don't care what he does on the pitch. But he has to do that consistently.
How many times? That's the whole freaking thing about Didier Drogba. He could be ghosted to games for whole 45, 90 minutes and then score the goal. That's how it's supposed to
Yeah. I mean, goals change the game 100%. And you could Havertz wasn't having a great game in that game until he scored the goals, and then it's like, okay, well, he scored 2 goals, so that's you get an 8.5 automatically in my book. You get 2 goals.
People think that it's if you cannot do the step overs and dribbles and all this stupid shit that you're not a good player to play in the final third. If you cannot pass the what's the name a player like 1 versus 1. Or you can be decent at it. It's it. You don't deserve. For some reason, it's the attitude.
And there's not a lot of guys at the highest level. There's not a lot of guys who 1v1 can just go by you and get a goal. There's not that many of those guys around.
You see, when people saying the dribbling ability, for me, dribble if you stand still, and the defender right beside you standing still, and you can pass him. That's a dribble. Not when you have 5 yards speed take off and you just take him on the speed. That's a different kind of dribble for me. You see what I'm saying?
like a
running
kick and
at
run
the guy,
kind of.
kick and run, like you
Game over.
basically you 50-50 fade, and the defender only has 50-50 chances of stopping you. If he's standing, that's the dribble. That's when you're passing. In my book, I don't know. Maybe I'm not full timer, but I'm not saying the other one is not a dribble. I'm saying it's the different kinds of dribble.
Yeah, it's a nice, like, it's like a healthy balance that you search for as a team, because it would be ideal to have one of those guys in your team that can sort of do, like we had Hazard forever. He's like the king of that, right? The guy who can just out of nowhere just make something on his own.
What's that Spurs defender that went to Man City?
Walker.
He literally put him on his ass.
Walker. Okay.
Walker and Zabaleta, another one. He literally from standing, drop of the shoulder, both of them on the ass.
Yeah.
And I rate the other one defender real well, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Hazard's like the king of that. Like, you're not going to really kick and run past Kyle Walker, but Hazard didn't have to do that. He could get him off balance and go by him with the dribble. Like, it was he just something that we've lacked like the last few years. That the person who can do that, and you don't have to have.
Pulisic has that hint of that.
Yeah.
But
no, he did.
Not
he doesn't.
completely.
He definitely did. It doesn't.
He ain't
the same player.
He has that hint of what he can do.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like either he goes into that mode that I can out dribble everybody and like takes on too many players and forgets about the passing, or he gets beat because of that 50-50 chances when he does it, or because he's fouling because he's high gravity. How you say?
Yeah, he needs to be able to use like a better
lower. Yeah.
It's funny because Hazard said the toughest defenders he ever played against was Kyle Walker in the Premier League.
Well, yeah, just because he's had so much pace.
Pace and physicality.
Always coming up behind him.
Kyle Walker reminds me. Reece James reminds me of Kyle Walker. Actually, Reece James exactly reminds me of Kyle Walker.
But without the offensive game, Reece's offensive game is much better.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. Yeah, but I'm saying defensive because I'm looking
Walker's
at
attacking game is underrated, especially at his peak. I think now it's like, I think it's.
I think he's old. He's losing that space, speed. No. He's losing that thing, but he still has a speed. He's losing it like the game, he cannot be on that high level of the game the way Pep likes anymore.
IQ.
Not IQ. IQ, what you need when you go to college. What I'm saying is, like, for example, you ask for it, man. Shouldn't say school, man, because I'm gonna troll you. But I'm saying, like, because the way Pep trains them, they have to be physically tip-top shape. And he's just not that. You can't be.
Take care, Josh. Big up.
Yeah, big up, boys. Later, guys. Enjoy the game.
He improved massively when he went to City in terms of his attacking. I think it's like the opposite. Like, I think attacking wise, he's still good. He just can't, because he's older. Defensively, he's not able to like recover as much. Like, he's able to not get himself out of issues as much. So I think I think someone's mentioned it. Like, his brain is still working. Like, he's still good in attacking areas.
Yes, and that's a big thing. That's a big thing in football.
He's not as fast as he used to be anymore. So his body, he's still quick, but not as quick as he used to be. So he can't get himself out of problems now.
I still think Pep prefers him in the big games actually than.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Wait, why did you guys? Sorry. Why do you guys do a 4-3-3 lineup for tomorrow's game?
I think us playing a 3-back the way that we want to play it, the way Potter wants to play it, necessitates having Kukurea at left centre back. Unless Chilwell can transition to that left centre back, I don't think anyone else works. So Koulibaly for me doesn't work there. I think
Koulibaly progressing game is underrated. I think you'll be surprised.
It's not the progressing game. If you saw how we played under Salzburg, Kukurea was somehow able to play almost like a dual position. Like, he was a centre back and a full back at the same time.
It's the one that me and Moy have been talking about.
Yeah, unless Chilwell can develop that, which he might be able to, I don't think us playing a 3-back works with Kukurea out of the team.
Remember Moya when we talked about that?
You play Koulibaly there?
No, everyone's talking about it.
Now everybody's talking about it.
Koulibaly can do the thing.
My question,
he can do the covering stuff. He can't do the because there was a couple of times Kukurea overlapped Sterling. He can't do that. He can do the covering. I don't think he helps Sterling attack players like 2v1. Like, so I think Sterling might get isolated if Koulibaly is going to be the left centre back.
But if he's not an out-and-out fullback, should he be overlapping like that? I don't
know.
know.
But that's my point. Is I think whoever is going to play that left centre back role, because Sterling's going to be the quote unquote wing back. Like,
exactly.
You see my point? Like, I think he will need to overlap.
That makes
or at
sense.
least, if not overlap, at least get into positions where Sterling can then push higher up. And I don't think Koulibaly can do that personally. I don't think any of our centre backs personally can do that.
Yeah, except for Cucurella at LCB. Yeah, we'll see. But I don't. Do you guys really think that Havertz he'll be starting at the 10? I saw like I just got in, but like he was starting on the right wing. Like, or is that just like for the formation, the inside form for forward formation?
That's what we think Potter's going to choose. From what we saw last week in Germany.
It's like I said, the thing for me is like he probably will play closer to the striker, like, but as the third attacker, he's the best of a shit bunch. Like Ziyech isn't playing. God forbid Pulisic plays there. Like, unless he plays like Vale there or something, like there's no one really else.
Don't be surprised if they come on, Scott. You'll see Ziyech and Pulisic come on.
They might come on because again, our bench in terms of attacking options is limited, but they shouldn't be started. Like, I'll like, I know this isn't going to happen, but I'd be more than happy that the pair of them never start a game for us till they're sold.
No, that's come on.
If we play 4-3-3, who do you think is going to be the back four?
Chilwell, James,
Fofana.
I think Fofana's definitely going to start most games, and then I think Koulibaly and Silva will rotate, depending on like for example, like we mentioned, I think tomorrow probably.
Okay.
It could rotate between the three, just depending on what attack we face.
Potentially, but I think
Fofana can play on the left centre back.
He played on the right he played on the right.
He only played right centre back.
Yeah, I've never seen him.
Koulibaly can play all 3 out of 3.
Yeah, but I think Koulibaly will play this Saturday. Oh yeah, I forgot that was out on loan. I think Koulibaly will play tomorrow, and then I think, like you mentioned, Silva will be rotated for the AC Milan game because it's kind of more important.
That's true. But I really did feel like Mount and Havertz were going to get benched tomorrow, but because they scored against their teams on national team, that's why they're playing. But
I don't think they can get benched because
Mount was going to start because he only played half of the last game. So
also there's just no better options.
Yeah, but I think Potter would like to try out Ziyech and Pulisic, even though he knows their capabilities. Like their limited capabilities.
Yeah, but we're not at the we're not at the
I don't
right
want
part of the season where
as
we
one
do that.
player I've really give up already. It's the fucking Ziyech.
Oh no, for me it's Pulisic. I've given up on Pulisic.
I give up on Ziyech because the way he played against that last game,
Salzburg.
He can fuck off right now.
I'm feeling the same way. I'm feeling the same way.
Don't be surprised, man. They're coming on.
Alex,
why do you say that, Lewis?
That guy, man, that guy.
Guys, see, they're not going to start. They're not.
No, I know they're not.
He's going to go with experience at the start. He's going to go with players that he feels like he can trust, not Ziyech and Pulisic.
Yeah, I know.
Alex, that's why I'm saying like the likes of Zakaria, the likes of Chukwuemeka as well. Don't expect them to get starts right now. They're not going to. It's going to be the same players that have already been starting.
I just
Alex, copy and paste everything you just said there. But for me, with Pulisic, it was literally the last. Like I'd given up on him already because of all the nonsense with the book. But the last international against Saudi Arabia, everything I heard about that game, like even USMNT fans had given up on him.
I watched the game. Yeah,
really?
Bro, he came off like after 50 minutes.
Yeah,
he came off after like 55 minutes. He was garbage. That was
I watched
Scott. They already qualified for the World Cup. There's no reason for them. There's no.
I mean, there is. They have some questions about that team.
I'm not gonna lie. I was watching that game like idly while I was cooking, and I don't know of anyone who played well in that game. It was a dead game. I was like, why am I watching this? Like no one played well. And Pulisic,
who's watching U.S. team international?
It was because it was on TV.
He's American. Let him watch it.
Yeah,
I'd rather watch it on Netflix than that.
Trust me, I'm only naturalized American. I don't care about the national team. It just was on TV. They were televising it, so I was like, let me put this on while I cook.
If anybody can excuse Ziyech last performance in the Championship League, that's a fraud of the human being over there.
He played better than Zagreb.
He played well
Yeah,
that day.
yeah,
Last week.
Zagreb.
He played well for Morocco the other day.
Zagreb was worse, bro.
Ziyech
worse
is
than Zagreb.
shit.
It's both. It's like
Obviously better than
the
you.
way the way he doesn't care about it. It's I know.
Dude, I thought he was a nice guy.
Like,
He actually has
I
a
think,
ego.
like we've said before, though, they're all just garbage. It's like Lewis said. Actually, it's like Peter said on the other stream we were on. It's like all the same flavors of mid. All the same flavors of mid. They're just garbage,
That's
man.
crazy. You know, in 2020 summer, I thought we were gonna rule the world with all those signings, and then boom, all the
I know, bruv. And only the defenders turned up.
Crazy,
It's
honestly.
all
Only Mendy and
fucking
Chilwell
mad.
and Thiago Silva.
Everything going
Crazy.
forward just got worse and worse, but we
Worse
moved.
and worse, exactly.
Is what it
All of
is.
them had patches of form, but that's it.
We'll bounce back, guys. We'll bounce back, man. Don't watch that.
Let's hope we
Hopefully,
do,
hopefully.
but we'll see on the next stream. I think now's a good enough time to wrap up anyway.
You're
But
not going to do the tier listing? Or are you giving
Um,
us an idea?
Yeah, nah.
I don't
Should
really
we,
care.
do a tier, should we do a tier list? Because like 3 games in.
Let's
we
I'm
wait.
not that bothered either way, but it's like I know some
Yeah.
people want to do it.
Seriously, 3 games in the season.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, do we do one for this month? Comments, let me know. Do you want to see a tier list, or do you think we should just save that for the end of October?
Yeah, bye. I'll see you later. You can wait for them to do the tier list for 4 games. I'm out.
Take
See
care,
you.
my guy.
All
Big
right.
up. Big up.
Take care,
We'll
Alex.
see what they're saying. I don't
Do you guys
mind.
think that
Big up,
Gallagher
brother.
might get the start? Maybe just because it's his former team, you know,
Who?
and they're interviewing him and this that.
Oh, Gallagher, no.
I just feel like Potter might try some different things, you know, because he thought, you know, he knows the team wasn't working before when Tuchel was there.
If Gallagher starts,
The end of
Mount
October, I
can't
thought so. Yeah, fair enough.
Say it again.
if Gallagher starts, Mount can't start. You can't start them both in the same team. That's a recipe for disaster, especially with
No,
J5
of course not.
as the DM.
Yeah,
And then you're choosing who's starting between Mount and Gallagher. And as much as I don't like him as a player, Mount has shown more to be deserving of a start.
that's true.
Big up,
Yeah,
boys.
that's true.
Right. Guys, we're going to wrap up the stream here anyway. Big up everybody that's locked in. We'll be back on Sunday, maybe Saturday. I don't know. But yeah.
Big up the
Big
chat
up
as well,
everyone.
man.
Take care, guys.
Like
Take
and
care, everyone,
subscribe.
bro.
Take care.
All right,
Take
to
care, guys.
everyone.
Big up and up the Chelsea.
Take care.
Up the Chelsea.